All right, perfect.
I actually did two.
Okay, let me see the other one.
It was the first one.
Can you see the difference between this one and the one that you did?
This was the second one.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, this one too is okay. It's fine. There's a is it a
But this
shape at
was
the
the one I
back
did
of
first.
this image? What
Yeah,
is it?
no, because
I can't
the
hear you.
image was not big enough, and I didn't want to cut from the head side. So what I did was I reduced the picture itself. Then I created another box, another background layer at the back. So the picture is actually on top of the background layer.
Okay.
I didn't want the noise.
Well.
I didn't want the noise to touch the picture.
Okay. Well, this one too is okay,
But this was the
but
one I did
I
first.
prefer the first one. The first one you showed me. Yeah. But what the only thing that is here is that the color that you use fine is okay, but um if it's more maybe if the color is more bold enough, that I will be able to see the content under this plus sign that you wrote here. So I cannot see it very well because of the font
Yeah.
image. Unless I zoom and check. So let's say the color was a bit bolder than this. It will be more okay. Apart from that, okay, well done.
Mm. Thank you.
How many fonts do you use?
I should share my screen. I used only two
How
fonts.
many fonts? Okay.
I only used only two fonts.
Okay, okay, no problem. I can use that. Okay, so who's going next? Simi, let me see your work and Ademola because there's no more time. Let me see before we move on. Simi, can you hear me? Or who is S?
Sophia,
Ademola,
can
can
you
you
hear
hear me?
me?
I said who
Hello?
is I don't someone wrote
Yes,
S
I can.
or like who is S?
Can you see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, this is my design. Maybe see. Maybe see.
What do you say?
I said, can you see my design?
Yeah,
You,
I thought as much.
yeah, maybe see.
I can't see your screen again though.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it on the picture?
What about now?
Hey, bro. Why is this small?
I want it. Something like straight out of this happened.
I can't see your screen, no. Is it from my own side? No.
Your side, because I can
Yeah?
see it from your side, because I can see it.
Is it from my side?
Yeah, because I can see it.
You can see it.
Can I see it like this? Can I see it?
Okay, wait.
Okay, man.
My friend's off or something. Okay. I'm from, maybe I need to go back.
Hello, Ifeanyi. Hello, Ifeanyi.
Ma, yeah, I can.
You've been added to LMS, so please check your dashboard right now.
You said ma.
I said I've added you to the LMS platform. Check your dashboard right now.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yes, ma, I heard you.
Okay. So the only person left is Simi. So please, any issue you have, let me know in the Slack channel.
Okay, ma.
Okay, I can see your screen now. Yeah. So, well done. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Now, from my own, what I saw, why do you that mapping the nature and the future? Why is it small? Hello, Ademola, can you hear me? Hello, Ademola.
Stop lagging. Can you stop lagging?
Hello, Sophia. What happened? Why is the class not
Yes.
open? Why is
If
the class not open?
Ademola,
For the
I asked Ademola to share
Ma,
his screen, and I'm trying to explain something to you. Do not say anything. So I thought maybe I'm probably already leaving the this thing. Maybe network.
it was
okay,
my network,
okay.
ma.
Yeah, so that's the problem, not from my side.
Can I share my screen now?
You should have. I
Yeah.
was asking you why did you allow your this thing to be small? You can occupy that space. Like there's still space beside it. Do you check? Do you make research about how to do magazine cover?
Yes, ma.
Because I have to do that. So the what you saw on your Pinterest or where you got the idea from, was it this all about? Is it what you saw in that design?
No, that's not what.
The way you did your own. So
No.
that's what I'm saying. I think she replicates what you saw. Replicate what you saw. All right.
Okay, ma.
So you will still go back to go and do it.
Okay, ma.
All right.
Okay, ma.
Simi, are you there? Is it Simi or who? Hello. If it's Simi, write your name in full. Let's see. Or anybody, write your name in full so we know the person has
Yes, it's
said.
me. It's me, Simi.
Write it in full. If you don't want, why is it S? Write it in full as well. Maybe go back and redo it.
I've done it, ma'am.
Simi, share your screen. Let's see your.
Okay, ma. Please, ma, can you see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, you can see your screen. You can see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, sorry. Sorry for that. I was in a call with the neutral. That's all. So let me see your this thing.
This is ma. Can you see my screen, ma?
Really? I can see your screen. Oh, why is the eyes covered with red this thing?
That's the picture I just picked. It was interesting to me.
Yeah, it will be. Okay. The red this thing doesn't really allow us to see the. We're just seeing okay, this red thing pumping out. I don't know. And again, this your write up on this place where you wrote. I don't know what you wrote here. Oh, that black this thing, but after the Africa region something something. That red black this thing I can't
Oh,
see it.
that's the barcode.
Okay, that's the barcode. All right.
Yeah. Yes, ma.
Okay, so is we can if I can see very well that because of your done that that's why you need that it's a barcode.
Okay, yes. Yes, yes.
So that's it.
Okay, ma. So should I redo it again?
Wait oh, the image that you use it has the red this one on this eyes like this.
Ye- Yes, it has red on the hand too. And the body.
Eh.
Yes,
Oh.
ma.
Now okay.
Uh, wait, can I say something?
What do you say?
Maybe can I say something?
You want to say
Yeah.
something?
No, not me. I think it's someone
Okay,
else.
go on.
I mean, personally, I'll say I like the picture, but maybe yeah. Okay, personally, I'll say I like the picture, but like those texts that she put there, if she had made them the color of the background, partly increasing the saturation or reducing the saturation, so it gives that similar color in the text. So because one thing I've noticed is that one thing is before this class, you watch one video first, always try and pick similar colors to what you're working with, so that your design doesn't look scattered and your arrangement of your this thing text. That's all. If you had arranged them well and used the same color, it would have gone well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks for that. So this your well, like I said the other time to what they call it, Andemola Abi, that you can allow your write up to be a little bit bold so that it will not be tiny like
Okay, ma.
this.
Okay, ma.
Okay, ma.
Yes. And again, your Africa, this thing, decentralize it because I don't think it's central or something. It is
My
not.
eyes is central. It's not centralized.
What do you say?
Nothing, ma.
This one is not in central for me. Do you make alignments to your work before you start doing it?
Yes, ma.
Do you use the grid for it?
Ye- yes.
Mm. But this one is not in the center. This Africa.
Yeah.
Check by yourself now, see now. You're not in the center. Well done, Sha. Just make some corrections to this because even though Gandhi, what we are what we are even more focusing on is this your image with this red this thing in the eye. So if I can even go back to this your write up and start looking at it, let your write up to be a little bit good so that we can see it very well. You
Okay.
get that?
Okay, ma.
Alright. Okay, no problem.
How do I spell cast? Can't even remember.
So today we'll be talking about layers and layout and composition and design. What do you know about layout and composition? They are more of the same thing. Demola, are you there?
Yeah.
So do you know what layout is in your own language? Ademola there. Simi, are you there? Simi, I called you now. But Simi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma.
Alright, so do you know about, have you heard the word layout and composition? They are similar
Yes,
to each other. So have you heard about that before? Okay,
yes, ma.
so can you tell me what you know about it?
To my own understanding, layout is
Yeah.
the arrangement of elements. That's like text and images. Did you get? Did you
Okay,
get that?
that's nice. I uh, I had arrangement, so I know arrangement is part of it. So
I said
arrangement of
arrangement of
elements.
text of elements.
All right.
That's text or images.
Yeah. I heard what you said. I'm coming. Sorry for taking me. Yeah. So like what Simi just said now is layout and composition are the same thing. So it's very very vital for you to know that okay the way you arrange your elements, the way you arrange your text, the way you arrange your image, your icons, the way you put your logo, where do you want to put your logo, you need to know. So the arrangement is very very important. The way you do your layout is very very important. So I'm trying to share my screen. So I want to use my system today. And that's why it's taking long. But sorry for that. All right. If I are you there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So today, I want you to just tell me what are these components of what are the things that supposed to be on a layout, like on a page. What are the things that designers put on a page to design? What are those things?
Uh, I know you have a grid. That's um, how would I put it? Well, in every design, I feel like it's the arrangement of how do everything that actually matters. Because sometimes where you are designing, you pick a specific type of fonts, maybe how will I make more explain? I don't know. But
Okay, what I mean about the components or things that you need to put on your page or on your canvas to design. Number one, you need a background,
yeah,
you need elements. So you need icons, yeah, part of elements. You need text, that's the fonts. So you need your subject, that's the image. So it's just you now to decide which side I want to put this thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are the one to decide, okay, this is where I want this to be, this is where I want this one to be. So, but that's the components that must be on your this thing. Do you get that now?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. All right. So, I'm coming. I want to share my screen. Sorry, can you see my screen? Hello.
I said no. Yeah, yeah, I can see it now. I can see it now. I
You
can
can
see it
see
now.
my screen. I'm coming. Alright. I don't know why it's not. Okay. I don't want it to waste our time. Alright, so I said composition and layout are the same thing, just the way you put your things together. Composition can be said to be the way you structure your content, the way your content are arranged, your text, your icon, your elements, the way they are arranged. Sorry for that. So it's very vital you must take note of this all those things. It really really matters in design to take note of how you compose, how you lay out your you structure your design. So the general components of an image composition in design, I said the background, can be a color, texture, outdoor or indoor. It can be of those kinds. So it can be subjects, it can be elements and typography. What I just said now. So layout styles, we have the layout styles recognized by designer. These are the basically the balance, mostly the balance, the way we balance our work. So we have the asymmetric and the symmetric. Can you hear me? Hello, are you? Hello,
Yes, I can hear you.
you can hear me.
We
All
can
right,
hear you. We can hear you.
all right. The way we balance our work, so we have the two balance, that's the asymmetric or and symmetric. Okay, have you heard the word symmetric before? Symmetrical balance. Oh, thank God.
Mm,
It's up now.
no, I've not heard that before.
You've not about it before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, symmetrical balance is just, we have two of them. I said symmetrical and asymmetric. So symmetric balance is the way you divide your page, your canvas, when you are trying to design. So the way you just the way you divide into two equal parts, so that's the symmetrical balance. So you just add some things to it. Maybe you want your image to be on one side, your text to be on one side, but the way you must partition it must be in a equal form. Do you get that? So this is the example of what I'm saying. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So this is the old, yeah, this is the old this thing, the old design here. But you see this side, the second side, it is balanced, like it is equally divided. So you can
Yeah.
add your text to this side, you can add your this thing to this side, but it is, this one is the centered one. If you see this content here, this content that is there, it is centered form, so it is in the center. So yeah, the way you just, you know that okay, this place I don't want a lot of write up to be there. I want few write up. I want image to be this side. I want the, so just the way you position it. Like this one too is also in a centered form. So if we divide it into two, it will be equal because it's in a centered form. Can you see that? This one is centered. So we have the asymmetry. So the asymmetry just, one side will be more than the other side. Can you see this side? This
Yeah.
example here, text here is more than this. If you check this thing, there's image here. So this image does not really contain, let's say, 50% of this. It is less than 50%. Why this one is more than 50%? So it just depends. Maybe you want your content to be more than this, or you want your image to be more than this. It depends on the way you want it to look like. So from this example here, you can see that this text that is there is more than the half
Yeah.
of the page that is here. So it's not in the same ratio. That's the meaning of that asymmetry. Not even equally distributed. So now let's move on to the principles of layout in design. Yeah, principles of layout. We have the proximity, we have the white space, we have the alignment, we have the contrast, the competition, repetition, sorry. We have the repetition, we have the vocal points and skill. So it's more of we take them one by one. We're gonna take them one by one. So
Hmm.
this is, sorry, yeah, proximity is just about giving your, grouping your work.
Yeah.
Like now in the first place, let me use this example to explain it to you. This example here, if you see this example here, where is it coming from? Oh, wow. Okay, so this example here is saying that this name here is the Kenya Rift. So followed by the what the person is, that's the web designer. If you see this layout here, you see that this one is separate on the one side. It is not affecting, not join this content wherever, not join it. It is different. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So just to tell you that you can group your work differently. This one is also the icons. It is grouped on one side. This one is the contacts, the email address, and the like is on the one side. So it is grouped so that everything just you not put everything on one side, and it be like how your audience will be like, where to where, as in I don't understand this. So it's not like that. you want the audience to know that if I from this first place to the next place to this place, so there is difference, there is a space between them that indicate that okay, this one is different from this. So I was trying to, I wanted to use this thing before to try to show. Okay, slideshow. Let's see. I don't do this another thing. Okay, can you see now?
Yeah, yeah.
Please, I can't see clearly.
Like this.
Phone.
It's
It's
bold
too.
now. That's
Is
why.
it? Some sides are not showing.
I'm still
Are you
editing
using
here.
your phone?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Are you using your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why. I want.
Oh, okay. Let me switch
I'm
to my
using my
laptop.
system now, so you can reduce your phone distance so to be smaller a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, I see it clearly now. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I think it's up one. Okay. Okay. You don't want to be very worried. Yeah, I'll do that. This I want to show you very. All right. So I'm trying to show you that the difference between this first bold old fashioned cake is different from this one that is ingredients here, and the procedure too here is different. So in that you are just you what you are saying here is that you grouping them in different things because this one is the name, this one is the ingredients of the shortcake, and this one is the procedure. So the space between this space is what shows that okay, this is separate from each other. It is not joined together. So that's the meaning of when you are grouping. Okay, it's jumping. Okay, so white space helps you to, like what I said the other time, that space between that text is white space. The space I showed you that time that differentiates one from each other for grouping is the white space. So let's say Simi, can you hear me?
Hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me now, abi? Okay. I said we are in white space. I said white space. I show you something earlier on. Okay, so I said um this content here, this content that is there is a positive space because it has the white top on it. The So any space that there is a content that's white space, positive space. The one that there is no any content, anything, it is called the white space. So for you to allow your work, your content to have a breathing space, you have to use white space so that it will not be skewed together, cluttered together. So it will allow your work to have a breathing space. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So that's the work of the white space for breathing space. You can't use all your canvas to design, to add image, to add text. There must be a space between them. So the place that you do not put any, that your content is not, is the what, is those space that are white space, so that it will not be like too much content. If it is too much, it will not have, like that work, it will just be like as if it is cute. It is, so it doesn't really give your design a good design, like doesn't really tell you that this design is good. So for me, we I need to show you something now. So just the example of what I said, space that there is no anything is what white space. But whereas okay, any canvas, any this thing that you design, that you put a content, it is positive space. That's the meaning about. So let's move on to alignment. Yes, I was saying the last time that I was asking Simi that did you align your work? She said yes. So alignment is just okay. It's back.
Yeah, so you
Network.
arrange your things for me.
What do you say?
No, you asked me. I thought you asked me what.
Okay, I said I asked her that did she align her work. She said yes. So I want you to tell me how do you align it? See me?
Yes, ma, I didn't get your question.
Okay, I said the other time that do you I asked that question that do you align your work? You said you aligned it. How do you align your work? Okay, I wanted to show you the example of a white space. So this is a good one. Can you see that the words here are minimal, like little bit, not too big, and again the space are there. This space, this space, this space, this, there also space. This one that is space. So this one is the white space. But let's see the other one that is wall. Can you see that this what we do is closer to this eclipse here and this text here. So it doesn't give this design a breathing space. So you need to check very well when you are designing so that everything will not be clustered together when you are designing. So that was what I wanted to say the other time. So now let's move on to alignment. I said alignment is very essential. So there are some things that you can use to do your alignment. You can use the grid, you can use ruler, you can also use your center align, you can use your left align, you can use your right align to do your work. So when aligning any element is quick and easy way to transform your design from shabby to chic. So when you align your work very well, it will not fall apart. It will stand. It will not be like this one that is coming down, falling apart. But when you align very well, it will be there. And again, like I said, when I was saying alignment, there are different types of alignment. We have the centered one, the left. So one of the design I showed you for that, the symmetrical design, I said the African this thing was not aligned to the center very well. So if it is aligned, this place will be equal to this place. That's the words. Can you see my closure?
Yeah.
This place, it will be equal to this place. The space that is here, it will be the same space. So that means that it is aligned to the center. But maybe you want to start your work from this side, it will be on this side. So it will be coming like this, coming like this, coming like this. But if you want to start your work from here, it will be like this, coming like this, coming like. So you need to check. Use your grid to do it. This is the grid. This is grid. So it must be in a uniform way so it will not fall apart. That's that about that. So you need to check very well because alignment. When you not use alignment very well, you it will not some will coming out, some will not be okay. So that's what you need to take note of when you are aligning. You need to check that is this one. I want to use this one as a center. This thing is it centered? Check very well. Use your you are using Photoshop. When you click on this alignment, try to drag it a little bit. There will be a red this thing that will be coming out showing that this thing is maybe is centered. If it is centered, it will see that it will be half.
Oh,
Yes, so it will be half of the page. So you know that this is centered, then you can leave it. So that's that about the centered one. And again, yeah, so that grid really because sometimes it will tell you that this the margin that is there from this is maybe 0 point something to this one 0 point. So you need to check me all these alignments really work grid especially. So let's move on to contrast. So use your grid, use your yeah that grid, use it very well. It helps. So your contrast. This is contrast. So what do you know about contrast?
um,
Fine.
contract is the concentration of like concentration of like how would I put it? Putting concentration on the most important thing very well so that you enter the design you can easily access it before looking at the other
Okay, so like contrast is just the difference between things. Maybe your color, the difference between this color and another color, difference between the shape and another shape, the difference between the fonts and other fonts. So that's the difference, the contrast between them. So if you see this example, this definition, it simply means that one item is different from another in a layout and composition. Contrast help you to do many things like catch the reader's eyes, create emphasis or call attention to something important. So something like that. From this side, there's so there is contrast in shape, color, and what I said earlier on, typography, like that. So there are, so when you are using two shapes, you have is the contrast, different shapes. So you are doing a contrast there. From this one, you can see that this is a color and this is another color. Is a contrast. So that's it. The difference between this design is that I can see this and then I can see this. This one, this maybe they use two fonts, another font and with another font. That's the contrast. Okay, maybe you want to use that same font but you want to use the light one and you want to use the bold one. That's also contrast. Can you get that? Do you get that now? So using different things, but now you said you if you want to use design, when you want to do design, you need to use one font or two fonts. Fine, you want to use one font all through your work. Do we have all these typeface? That's the bold, the regular, the extra bold, semi bold, like that. The regular like that, the light, so the medium. So you know how you just play around that
Yeah.
typeface. So it's also contrast because it will be different with the other one. So that's it about the contrast. So yeah, let's move on to this. Sorry for taking too much of your time today. Yeah, so this one is vocal points and skill.
No, you have
Vocal
not
points
done.
is just
No, you have not said
what do you say?
the repetition of it.
Yeah, see, we are still calling. It's still there, Abby. Or
Because the repetition was before the vocal point.
yeah, it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. You still after this one, that's repetition. So vocal point is just like hierarchy. Just what do you want your audience to first notice in your design? Vocal point, just the one that you want them to target first. So that's the vocal point. What is the cocoa? What's this point gongon that I want them to capture first? That it's just like more of hierarchy in order. Hierarchy just in order. So that's so let's say this. Vocal point and scale is the first thing to consider in layout. It is by drawing the attention of the viewer and retaining their attention in your design. It is also important to communicate the most crucial information in your vocal points and scaling it to stand out. So the one that you want them to first get. So you can use your typography, that's the front. You can use the image for your standing out. That you want them to this one to be the focal point. So now from this example, yeah, to me,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So from your own side of view, from your own view, what do you think about this design?